They thought you would beg. They thought you would collapse, surrender, and fold. They thought they had you figured out. They saw your moments of pain, of doubt, of vulnerability, and they thought that was all there was to you. They thought their silence would make you question your worth, that their rejection would make you chase after scraps of their approval. They thought you needed them. But oh, how wrong they were, because they never understood who you were when no one was looking. They didn't see the hours you spent rebuilding yourself in the quiet. They didn't hear the conversations you had with your own soul, reminding yourself that your worth isn't tied to their validation. While they were watching for you to crumble, you were laying the foundation for something unshakable. You see, they thought your story was over, but what they didn't realize is that your story had just begun. Let me tell you something about those who try to break you. They only do it because they're terrified of your strength. They fear the light in you because it exposes the shadows in them. And instead of growing, they would rather dim your flame. But here's the thing about a real fire. You can't snuff it out. You can try to contain it, suppress it, even bury it under a mountain of doubt. But it will always find a way to rise. And that's exactly what you did. They wanted you to come crawling back, to apologize for the things they did to you, to beg for forgiveness for the pain they caused. They wanted you to believe the lie that you were nothing without them. But instead, you chose yourself. Instead of crawling, you climbed. Instead of breaking, you rebuilt. And instead of staying small, you grew beyond anything they could have imagined. And now they can't look at you without feeling the sting of their own failure. Because you are the living proof that they didn't break you. You are the proof that walking away was the greatest victory of your life. But let me tell you something even more important. It wasn't just about walking away from them. It was about walking toward the life you deserve. You walked away from the lies, from the manipulation, from the toxic cycle that kept you stuck. You walked away from the version of yourself that settled, that tolerated, that excused their behavior because you thought you couldn't do better. And now, you know better. You know what you're worth. And you'll never settle again. They thought you would beg, but look at you now. You're stronger than they ever imagined. You're wiser than they'll ever be. And most importantly, you've learned that you don't need anyone who tries to dim your light. The truth is, they didn't lose you. You lost them. And that was your greatest blessing. Because not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone is worthy of your time, your energy, or your love. And the moment you realized that was the moment you became unstoppable. Let them talk. Let them whisper about how you've changed. them call you cold, selfish, or unforgiving. They can't understand the strength it takes to put yourself first, to say no more, to walk away from anything and anyone that doesn't honor the person you're becoming. Because this isn't just about proving them wrong. This is about proving yourself right. You are not the person you were before. You are not defined by their opinions, their judgments, or their expectations. You're so much more. And now, every step you take, every boundary you set, every goal you crush, is a reminder to them and to yourself that you don't just survive, you thrive. Remember this, they thought they were the reason you shined, but you were the light all along. And now, as you move forward, they will watch from the sidelines, and they'll wonder how they ever thought they had power over you. They'll replay every moment they underestimated you, and they'll realize too late. You are a force they could never control. You didn't beg. You didn't plead. You walked away with your head held high. You walked away stronger, more fearless, more unstoppable than ever. And now, the world is yours for the taking. So keep walking, keep building, keep rising, because the best revenge, it isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you were right to believe in you all along. And when they look back, when they remember the moment they thought you would break, they'll see you not as a victim of their cruelty, but as the warrior who rose because of it. They thought you would beg, but instead, you became everything they feared you would be. You walked away stronger,